Happy Wednesday, everyone. Today we're supposed to have Keith Jones coming in to hang out. Um, See if he pops in. While we wait for him to show up, I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick. Zero to hero. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I came into LIA and the community through something me and Sumner threw together. It was called the Zero to Hero program. And what this program is, it was a 90-day challenge. And basically, the goal was how do we make as much money as possible in 90 days with a very, a limited investment, right? So we said, let's take $10,000 and let's see how much we could turn that into. Okay. Now, when I was doing this, I had just gotten into land. I did not have the experience yet. So I was just breaking into this field. I had real estate experience, but I wasn't into land yet. Okay. So I was pretty excited. We talked to Sumner and I said, hey man, like, look, let's do this. I'll go in. I'm going to fund it. I'm going to do everything we say. I will do exactly what you say. Everything to the T. You tell me this, you say jump, and I'll say how high. It's basically all we did. Even though I had more real estate experience, Sumner has way more land experience than me. So it was a great experience for me to work with him and do all this stuff. So what I did is me and Rob, we went in, we would sit down once a week with Sumner and we would get one-on-one trainings. And these one-on-one trainings would just basically be a step-by-step process in how we build our business. So we'd come in, we'd sit down, we'd talk about the business, we'd talk about what we were doing that week, what our goals were, and then we would implement them throughout the week up until the next week. Okay. We did this every week, week in, week out for a few weeks. I think it was 12 weeks total, whatever 90 days is. And we tracked it. We tracked every single one. We recorded every single call. Then they chopped it all up, put it together, and built this beautiful program. It's a 90-day program. So you guys are going to love it. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's awesome. It's definitely one of the best programs to get started in it. Yeah, honestly. And so before we did, Ashley said this. So before we did the Zero to Hero, we didn't have land insights. So I built this whole crazy spreadsheet and I was tracking hundreds of counties and all this stuff. And it was insane. So now that we have land insights, it just makes Zero to Hero that much easier. Yeah, it would eat into your 10K budget, but honestly, I think it'd be worth the time if you did that. Let me show you real quick. So here we go. This is the Zero to Hero program. I'm going to include a link right here. Right now, Sumner's giving this program away. Basically, it's 75% off. So it's $4.99 for the program, but that'll get you everything you need, basically, to get your first 6 deals done. So it's completely possible to do this. Here you go. Here's me. So hey guys, so I'm the guy that's inside. So I recorded a video on this and sent it to Sumner. I'm the guy inside the program. I'm the guy that did everything. And I was actually walking a property. You could see in the background my goofy ass face. You could see in the background, I'm actually on a property that we're buying that we'll make about $100,000 on. So it's totally worth it. Definitely check it out. Right here is the link. I'll put it up as a banner as well. There you go. This is not the program, the end all be all, whatever the case would be. This is the stepping stone, right? Once you get the stepping stone in, that's when you would eventually build enough business, build up a good pipeline, it's enough profits, and then come in and join the community that's inside LIA. So, all right, so it's 2:48. I have not heard from Keith yet today. We were supposed to have an interview with him. I don't know if he's going to be here. So what we're going to do instead, since Keith is not here, I'm going to pull and price a market. So what we're going to do is first I'm going to get some music going. So hang on. Alexa, play Country Mix.
Country Mix from DJ Spotify.
Beautiful. There we go. Okay, cool. So here's what we're going to do. I want to pick a market that has a low Gini. Okay, so the goal for this market is to find something that's got a really low Gini so we could price it super quick. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Land Insights. This is my cheat code, basically, to pick my markets. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust a bunch of things. So for me to find these markets, you can't look at like a large range to find a low Gini. You have to look at a specific range. Okay. So let's look at the 10 to 20 acres. And I want to look at Gini. I'm going to look at the 3-month Gini. Okay. So the lower the yellow it is, the lower the Gini is, which basically, and the Gini basically means how close the property's trading. So is the county pretty much the same trading overall across the whole county, right? It just makes pricing so much easier when you do that. So here we go. So we can look at all these. Now, what we're going to look at next, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take out some of this stuff. I want to look at activity. I want to see if how much has been selling in the last 3 months, right? So let's click this button. We're going to go greater than or equal to. And I want to see at least 5 sold. Okay. So we got 5 sold. Well, let's look at our 1 month sell-through rate. I want to see the highest ones. So we got this guy right here. York County, ME, Clearwater, Idaho. Clearwater, Idaho. So we got a lot of high STRs. Let's check out the lowest Genies. 3-month Genie. So we got 0. Oops. Okay. So Washington County. Now to do this too, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to lock in a couple STRs. So I'm going to make sure I have greater than or equal to. I want to make sure my sell-through rate is actually doing something, right? So I want to make sure I have at least 15%. Okay. Higher the better. But 15% is enough for me on the 1 month, right? So let's look at this. So we got a Gini of 2.69, Bradford County, Florida. We got Valley County, Idaho. Let's check this out. I have never done anything in Idaho. I don't know who else has, but we got Valley County, ID. Cool. If anybody wants to come on and do a live with me like this, we could talk about your business and what's going on. I'm totally down to do it. We just got to make sure you show up. That's all. That's all I care about. Just actually show up. Let's see. Just hit me up on Discord if you guys want to hop in and we'll do a live with you. Hard to get properties there though. Beautiful area. Nice, huh? Let's check out land. Let's see what's sold in the past 3 months. Looks like there's a lot of activity. It's mostly just, it's all right here. All right, so let's go back here. Wisconsin, more Idaho, Kentucky. We've been having a lot of leads come in from Kentucky lately. Laurel County. Let's check out Laurel County. KY. All right, so it looks like there's quite a bit of activity. Let's go back. Let's check out land only. Let's check out 10 to 20s. All right, so it's definitely slower in the 10 to 20 range, not a lot. It's only in the last 3 months. Let's just go a little bit further. Now we can see everything's been trading relatively the same. So 5,500, 6,700. This is an outlier at 24,000 an acre, 5,600, 7,000, 6,900. So relatively the same across the whole county, but not overall. It's not the busiest. Let's check our 5 to 10s. Now, sometimes it's okay to not go into the busiest areas in my book, right? If I have a couple extra marketing dollars, going into the busiest areas isn't the best. Yeah, it's all near my call. Price of triple there, 5 years, people know the values. Oh, okay. So that's probably best for like a neutral letter kind of thing. Um, oh, cool. It's Lily Kaiwai. I know Lily. So we got a lot of. These are also trading relatively close. Let's keep looking. This is we'll add this sort of thing. Putnam County, we got Allen County. So, yeah, let's see what we've got going on. So we got 6 active. New York, Chenango County. Where is this? Oops. Oh, ooh. Let me check this out. Okay. Chenango County, NY. I don't even know what that is. Where is this? New York. Looks like we got quite a bit of activity here. Let's check out the 5 in the 5 to 10s. Look how much activity we've had. Hmm. I'd be smitten to do something like this around here. Looks like a lot of stuff is trading pretty dang close. 3,600, some high outliers and things like that. Let's check some of the larger acreages. 20s. Okay. About 2K, 3K. I got 4 grand, 5 grand, 427, 5. This is so much easier than I used to before Land Insights came out with this awesome little Chrome extension. I used to have to sit there and do the math for every single one of these. Now I just look at this little purple number. It's free. Download it. I'll throw the banner up here. It's completely free. Just grab that. All right. So it looks like there's quite a bit of activity here. Get down with that. Let me do this. Let me look at Land Vision real quick. I haven't done any work in New York yet, and actually I'm heading up to Seneca Lake in 2 weeks. So I actually want to work. I actually want to pull some data in that area as well, and send some mail out there. We're trying to buy some stuff up there for ourselves, so we'll see if we can. All right, so let's go here. This is. All right, so let's find the county first. Okay. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do is I want to go land type. I'm gonna look at just vacant land, and I want to look at vacant rec, vacant residential. That's it. And we're gonna go characteristics. I want to go deselect all. I want to go lot size greater than or equal to 4.9. Actually, I think I want to go bigger on this just because it looked like everything was trading pretty low. So let's go 9.9. Last market sale, ownership, deselect all. And I just look for owner occupied, no, unknown. All right, let's just check right here. We're going to go location, deselect all. We're going to go city, county. We're going to paste this. All right, let's see what we got. See what kind of data comes up. Looks like there's quite a bit of data. So I'm going to start adding it to list. So I'm going to price this real quick, and I'm going to use my basic pricing sheet for this. Let's just add this all to the list. I'm going to show you guys how a basic pricing is, not my granular pricing. I do like some granular pricing sheets now. Much more involved. There's a lot of like different things we look at. So we'll just do a basic pricing real quick, and I'll show you. I mean, we can get this thing prepped out and ready to mail in the next couple minutes. What we're going to first do is we're going to download this data. I'm going to throw it into Land Insights. I'm going to scrub it. Once I've scrubbed it, while it's scrubbing, I'm going to start pricing. And then we'll overlay that pricing right onto this, and it'll be basically ready to mail. Wide open spaces. Okay, cool. So, all right. Now I'm going to just do export to CSV. All right. So we got that. We'll go here. I'm going to go land scrubbing. I'm going to start a new scrub. Okay. This is wide open spaces. Okay, cool. So it looks like everything lined up good. I've mapped the columns correctly. So we're going to landlock. We're going to scrub everything. We're going to keep the larger parcel, 50% wetlands. We're going to get rid of. Yes. So it looks like some didn't have. Okay, so I got to add some credits. So $200 or 20,000 credits. So we'll go ahead and just purchase that real quick. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and start scrubbing. All right, so that's going to be scrubbing. We got 1,500 rows to go. So while we're waiting for that to scrub, we're going to go in here. I'm going to pop open my drive. And I am going to go into here. Let's go county pricing. Price. So I'm going to do just a basic sheet. I'm not going to use any of my other sheets. I'm going to just show you guys from the raw, like a raw sheet, how to do this, right? I have all these other crazy sheets. I'm not going to do any of that. So we're going to take this data. We're actually, I'm sorry. We're not going to take this data yet. This is going to be paste and Y. Okay. So I'm going to add a tab here. And we're going to go here. We're going to go rename this, call this pricing. All right, so Redfin. So actually, we have this open over here already. So I want to pull all the Redfin data from here. We just need anything and no max right there. Boom. See all the homes. Let's just make sure this is all sold 1 year. 10 acres plus, sold 1 year. Let me just go actually. There's a lot of data here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tighten it up. I'm going to go actually only 6 months back because I still have 50 comps. Let's download this and we'll see what it looks like. Google. Okay, cool. So the reason why I'm only going back 6 months is there's a lot of data here, and I think it might be enough data to get the job done. Plus, if I go back 1 year, the market was a little bit different than 1 year ago than it is 6 months ago. So if you have enough data, I sometimes would say like use tighter ranges if you can, right? It doesn't always have to be, 1 year back or whatever the case may be. Sometimes it's okay to go only 6 months back. Okay, so we're going to go File, Import, Upload, Browse. Red pen right here. Replace current sheet, import data. All right, so first thing here, we're going to go File, View. We're going to freeze one row. I'm going to take out some of these things because I want to make this row this a little bit bigger for everybody to see. All right, so we're going to delete these columns. So we're going to go here, lot size. We're going to delete these. Delete. So I don't need a lot of this data, right? I'm sure if you guys have priced before, you guys know this stuff. What I do want is this. So we're going to keep that. We're going to get rid of all this stuff. It's a feeling like this. Can't keep screwed up. Okay, cool. All right, so we got our source. So what we're going to look at first is this one first. I'm going to just delete this row because I don't need that. So I'd like to first see what the source is. So let's sort by A to Z. So all these are New York. I mean, are MLS. These are non-MLS. So now that I'm looking at this, I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to pull the full year because I only have half of it is from the MLS. So I'd rather pull everything. So let's go back here. I'm going to redo this. Let's pull 1 year. And go back here. Looks like there's some that have structures on it. We'll sort them out in a second. So let's download all. Okay. Now let's go back here again. I'm going to just clear this out. I'm going to go File, Upload, Import, Browse. Browse. This is 306. Yep, it's the one. Okay. Georgia pie. Oh, sweet. It's almost done. Love this. Scrubbing. And that's that. So we'll get rid of this. We'll delete these rows. View. Okay, that's still frozen. So a lot of these have year builds. So let's do this. Sort T to A. Okay, so all these year builds, I'm just going to whack them out. Let's delete rows. Delete row. All right, so that's good. We're going to get rid of all this. How things alive. The most time where you feel what you drive or the price tag on your clothes. A lot of this stuff is not. All right, I'm not going to get rid of this data yet. What I'm going to do is cut this. I'm actually going to put this in another sheet, and I want to check pricing here and pricing on this. So I'm going to check the format number. I'm going to check the pricing on MLS and non-MLS. And I just want to see the difference. That's all. All right, so beds, we're going to change to acres. Acres, and this is going to be price per acre. Location, we get rid of. Okay, so we're going to hit equal. This divided by 43,560. And we're just going to track that all the way down. All right, and then we're going to go equals this divided by this. Stripes. Forever fly. Rain. The ones that die. Okay, cool. So now we're going to just sort this. Sort by A to Z. All right, cool. So that should be in order. Just checking it. Now we could already kind of see most of the stuff is trading relatively the same. 3,000, some a little bit higher, a little bit lower. You got an outlier right here. I'm gonna bet that's got a house on it. See down here, you got some outliers as well. So let's go back. These are the non-MLS ones. I'm gonna do the same exact thing as I just did over there, and just drop it over here. I just want to see if there's a big difference, because if there's not, then I'm gonna bring them back in just to get a better average. So let's get rid of. Oops. Let me get rid of these rows first. Delete. That was right. URL source. Okay, that's perfect. So lot size acres equals that divided by 43,560. Okay, PPA equals this divided by this. Okay. So amazing. Campaign. Okay, cool. So there's in currency now. Turn down when I get paid. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go file, view, freeze one row. Save in the Oreo. Go create filter. Okay. I'm sorry. E to Z. Okay, so obviously big outliers. Ooh. Okay. Looks like some of these are actually trading a little bit lower off market. Non-MLS. We find a zero. We find zero. All right. Yeah, and it's actually right here if you want the 0 to hero. So right now it's on a huge sale. Right here. Just go to landinvestor.co/90-0-0. 90 day, yeah, just read that. And that's how you get access to the 0 to hero. Okay, so we did that. Now I'm going to say so the average of these is actually, it's pretty much the same. So what I'm going to do is I can insert a column to the left equals average. Let's go average from here to here. And then we'll go equals average. This is just like a very rudimentary pricing method that you could do. This will get you, for a basic market, this is what I would do. Like a very low Gini market, this is kind of how I would do it. It's very simplified. You could get a lot more granular with this stuff, but we're not going to go too crazy today. I just want to price this market really quick. So, like if I'm trying to meet a quota of a certain amount of mail, like this is, I basically would price a market like this and just get it out there, because getting enough mail out there to me is more important than always being exactly right. I want to just get my quotas filled. So it looks like a lot of this can trade relatively close. So there's an average for that. All right, so we do have some high outliers. So what we're going to do now, you can see I can look at a lot of this stuff. We'll go ahead and delete some of those, but let me look back. Insert a column to the left. I'm going to do some averages here as well. Equals average. Heard you got as far as Santa Fe. Well, you know I tried to track you down. I only got as far as guitar. Okay, equals average. And I'm going with ranges. Like I want to get a couple comps in between like 30 to 40, but if there's not enough comps, then I'll push it to 50, just under 50. And then I'll go equals average. 50 to 60, something like that. And then do 91 plus equals average. Okay, cool. All right, so we can see here, I want to compare these two. So we got 2,300. What happened here? Oh. What is this doing? What happened here? Who hurt you? You. Okay, so we're actually higher average on market than not on market. So you can see we got 4,200 on market versus 2,300 off market listings. So this is why we kind of remove that stuff, because it gives us better pricing. All right, so now we're going to go here. I'm going to go download this Land Insights. Okay, let's view and download. All right, I only want to look at savings 25%. Cool. So it scrubbed quite a bit out. So I'm going to only download the good. Actually, I'm going to download all. Let's check rows with errors. A lot of these aren't showing up. That's okay. So let's look at all. I'm going to download the entire data set. And once I get in here, we'll sort it out. I like to own all the data whenever I do something. I don't want to have partial. I'll scrub it out afterwards. So I'll just go File, Import, Upload, Browse, Scrubbed, boom. Okay. All right, so we're going to go View, Freeze, one row. Okay, cool. So that's all the data. Now we're going to go back in here, and I'm going to just do only clean results. Just easier than sorting it. So I have all the data now in my spreadsheet, and that'll allow me to, if I ever wanted to like do something different with some of those like landlocked ones or whatever the case may be, I can. But for now, just to make life easier, I'll just pull the two of them. It's already done for me. So place current sheet, import data. Okay, cool. So here's everything right here. Here's all my data. So all I want to pull now is just the information I need. So I want entitlement, APN, and prop zip. Let's see. Lat long. Yep. Okay. Lat long is here. Okay, cool. So I'm going to just copy this data and create yet another sheet. Here's my data. Okay, cool. So now this is the data I'm actually going to price. File, view, freeze, one row. All right. So in here, I'm going to insert a couple columns. Insert columns to the left. Insert columns to the left. I want to create a filter. Okay, I got to sort this, format this to a number. And let's remove some of the zeros. That's fine, actually. All right, so we're going to sort A to Z. All right, so here's all the data. Now, very simple way to do this. We're going to just basically do this acreage times And you could put in either, you could actually reference this if you wanted. You could just go here and reference this, and it'll reference it. So, oh, sorry. Actually, let's not do that. Let's go J2 pricing because I want to adjust this. So we're going to go back over here. I'm just going to put the number in itself. Okay. There's a lot of different ways you could do this, but easiest, I could just take this number. Sheet 5 equals this times this. What's the error? What's the error here? Okay, then I'm going to just change my number as I go down. So let's go back over here. We'll go back to pricing. So at 14 acres, we're going to drop it. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't do this first. I got to look at some of these. I didn't scrub out my yeah, see this has a house on it. So let me delete this one. So you got to scrub these out. There's going to be outliers. We got to scrub them out. I didn't do that yet. So I'm just looking at anyone that's higher than the average and just taking a look at it real quick. This is nice views, everything like that. Nearly 12 acres of paradise. Level great. That's actually a pretty nice area. I'll keep that. All right, so it's actually going to be 37. So we'll go back to sheet 5 again. And we're actually going to change this. We're going to change this to 34, 74, 87. 34, 34, 74, 87. Okay. So this we're going to drag down to about 15 acres. Now we could come in here, we could feather all this stuff as well. There's formulas for this. Like I could go ask ChatGPT real quick, what's the formula to feather this data? But honestly, let's just keep it simple right now. So let's go here. Let's go format this to a number. And this is going to actually be currency. So if you guys don't have this app, ChatGPT app, it's pretty awesome. It really helps save a lot of time with things. I use it all the time for different stuff. I pay the $20 a month to get access to like the full GPT-4. Helps me like do a lot of things. If I have questions about spreadsheets instead of Googling, I could just ask chat and it'll give me the formula. All right, so next we'll go to this next range. Let's check the outlier. So this is 3,300. Let's see any highs, lows. Let's check this low one. Okay. Could just be a crappy listing. Looks like it took a little while to sell. I'm gonna take this one out. It looks like it's skewing it. So let's take that out. It looks like it's trading about the same then. So for those, so I could actually drag this pricing lower. So 34.78. Let's drag this lower. Oh, I'm already doing it. Right here. I'll bring this all the way down to 20. I'll change it up here. Okay. Next, we'll go back. Let's go price this one. So we got this. So we got 20 to 19. We got some lows. Let's check this one. Why is this low? The river bottom currently overgrown pasture waiting for some dreams. Okay. It's actually a nice property. We'll leave that. Not too shabby. So we'll drop this 26,435. So we'll go back into here and we'll start dropping this. You could 50. You could do this like very like feathered. So maybe drop to like $3,000 up here and then lower it again. I'll go back and do that. But what we'll do is we'll first do this, and we're going to run some comping on a couple properties and see if we're pretty close. The goal is to get close, not perfect. So we got this one, so low outlier. Oh, power line easement. That's why. Okay. Public marks, breathtaking views, property 30 plus acres with a power line easement. Okay. That's why it's sold for less. So we're actually going to just drag this down one. We're going to delete that. Okay, cool. So it actually went up 2190. That's good to me. Keep doing this. Go back to here. We'll drop this again to 2190. 2190. Let's see, how far did we go with that pricing? Go back here. We went all the way up to 50 acres. So we'll continue that all the way down to 50 acres. All right, and then 50 acres plus. Let's check pricing on that. So we got 1550. We got a low outlier right here. So let's check why. You got the river, public rights, river frontage. Frontage costing 350 minutes. Beautiful private woodlands being sold as in condition. Yeah, 5 minutes on the road. Norwich. So gas lease on record. So there's gas lease on record. So there could be something with that. Let's see. How long did that take to sell? So this is listed for a while, but you can see the price is totally wrong. They listed it way too high. So you got to price it right to get it to sell. So we got May 6th. It actually sold. It only sold for 54,000. It's crazy. So I'm going to actually take this one out. It's kind of a low outlier. I usually want to remove some of these low outliers because it'll skew my pricing. So this one as well. Let's check out this one. Looks like I tried to sell it in New York. Possible uses. This took a very long time to sell. Get rid of that. All right, so we're back about 1720. 1720 right here. And we're going to change this to 1720. Let's just add some numbers. Why not? Okay. And then that's going to project that down further. So let's keep going. We got 80 plus. So we got some low outliers here. Let's see what these are. So included water frontage, 141 acres. How long did this take to sell? Listed active May 5th. Took about 6 months. It went pending super fast, right? So that's good to see. Now, if he would have priced it right, 125, he probably would have sold quicker. A lot of times what happens is when these properties go into contract and they go pending really quick, but they take a really long time to sell, it's because there's a lot of like investigation, due diligence that they're going through. So sometimes you see a big skew in that pending date to sold date. So the days on market could be kind of flux. It doesn't really work out so well. Possible owner finance mortgage available. Cool. So this guy's got mortgage available too. Huh. It's good to know. Okay, so we sold that. It was low. I'm actually going to take this out to low outlier. Let's check out this one. 162 acres. Let's see how fast this one sold. 26th. August 25th went pending. Sold in October. Same seller. Let's see. Mixed Nature's currently located. But not sure what you can lease it. Until 9 acres. Okay, cool. Nice property. Honestly, with this size of a property, it's such a crappy listing. I get no context of what this property is. I see a road, but I don't see anything else. So it's like, no wonder it sold for so little. Like that's a junk listing right there. So I'm gonna keep it in there. Let's check some of these high outliers. High in, context, I guess you could say. So you see some pasture land here. This is a beautiful property. Wow, gorgeous. Holy crap. See, this is going to be my problem. If I get a property like this, when I mail this, if I get a property like this, I'm going to probably end up buying it and keeping it and not making any money because that's just what I do. This is gorgeous. 156 acres, ultimate. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Loves me. So for 343, fantastic. Beautiful property. Okay, cool. So if I take that out, we're already high on this, so I'm going to take that one out actually. It is, and this guy right here is a way big outlier. Let's check that one out. It's 220 acre listing, 80 acres productive, tillable land. Okay, so it's already got cropland on it. That's why. So we'll take that out because it's a producing property, right? So producing properties are going to make more money. Got this 96 acre right here. Now I didn't pull any ag land when I pulled this. See, I'm going to take this right out right away because it's already got cabins on it. Delete. Okay, cool. So we got 1584.16. 1584.16. So we'll go 1584.16. Okay, cool. So now just drag this baby right down. Now I've noticed some of this stuff is a little bit slower. So I'm actually going to price this closer to like 45% of market. So we're going to go this times 0.45. If it's a slightly slower market, I'm going to price it a little bit lower. I'm also going to just price it at 55% as well. Equals this times 0.55. And this way I have both if I decide. So I have 45%. 55%. This is market price. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So 45, 55. Now what I want to do, I'm going to randomly select the property. So here we go. We'll pull this baby up. Let's go here. Let's go ID. Now I'm just going to check my pricing and see how close I was. Chenango County, New York. It's pretty crazy. I mean, we started this at 345, actually probably later than that. And we've scrubbed, we've pulled, we've done everything we need to do to get this mail out. So if you guys are short on time, you could totally do this. This is very easy. If you go ahead and pick a market like this, throw it in Land Insights, and you're good to go. Oh, you okay? Hang on. Sometimes APNs don't come up. It's perfectly normal. Land ID to whatever. Some finagling. 4235. Two, two, one. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. Let's see what this one is. This is a 117 acres. This is not it. Nope. All right, that's no problem. You can do here. So if they're not pulling up like that, ain't no big deal. 42 degree. Go that long. Go long. Copy that. Copy that. Okay, here's the property. So we got good road frontage. Let's check the 3-day. Let's change our base map to satellite. Okay, you can see this has got some topo. It's not like, like Tennessee topo. This is actually feasible. Just confirming this. So we got 14.97 acres, JP gauge. Let's double check everything we got going on here. JP gauge. Okay, so what I do is I highlight this so I know I'm working in the right area. Okay, I'm going to take this. So this is one thing that comes up a lot. Okay, see this, JP gauge, JP gauge. More than likely, this guy's not going to sell. That's one thing that Land Insights does not scrub out. I'm going to talk to the developers and see what they could do about that. So I don't like to mail people that's their backyard. A lot of times people are going to sell their backyard. Oh, sorry, a lot of comments. What do we got for comments here? Okay, hey, Land is part of LIA program, not Land Insights. Yeah, can you explain how whether okay, sorry. So do you have access Land Insights with 0 to hero? No, 0. Land Insights is something separate. It's a simpler way to find markets, right? What we do inside the 0 to hero program is we show you how to do it the old school way, where we actually did it manually. But you can see here that took me hours and hours and hours and hours to do. This took me minutes. How I feather pricing, basically, I'll just take pricing and I'll drop it lower as I go. There's different ways you can do that. Did Land ID change the way people view properties? I'm not sure what you mean. You just use Land ID to verify the list? Yeah, so I use Land ID to verify the list, but what I do is actually, I'm going to come in here and I want to pull, I want to find recent property right by it. So we got this one right here. We got Scott, find out. So we got Scott. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to look in here is once I've done it, once I've priced it, I'm going to look here. I want to try to find, see Scott find out right here. Look at that. Boom, boom. He owns this property here. Most likely he probably won't sell, but at least it's not his backyard. I'm looking for county road. I'm looking for a house in the area. And that's what I use Land ID to go ahead and pull. Okay, cool. So that's going to bring me up to a local house. Then I click this guy. Nearby homes for sale. And I want to go sold last year. And I want to go sold land last year. And we're doing 10 plus acres. I want to see this. Now I want to just zoom out. And am I close? Do I see any land around here? Oh, this is 900 acres. That's not right. But we got a 75K right here. That's a 4-bed, 2-bath. Let's see what we got. So we got 18 acres right here. So we got 20 acres, 38. So a lot of these are outliers. So my goal here is just to look at some of these and see if my pricing is pretty close. Let's see. Where is this? Where did my extensions go? Huh. I lost my extensions. I lost my Pebble, my Land Insights extensions. The heck? Wonder what happened. All right, so I could sort by at the time. So it's like this is low. Let's check another one. Let me close this and try to restart it again. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull another one real quick. So all I'm doing is just confirming is my pricing pretty good. All right, so we'll go here. Let's pick this APN. Let's see if this APN shows up. We'll just do that long because they're already set up for it. So a little tip. I don't know if a lot of people are following, like a lot of the things they talk about. The 42-degree divide is actually a pretty popular spot where a lot of people want to move to or own land in, because that's one of the least affected areas if with a lot of this like weather changing and stuff like that that's happening. It's some of the most least affected areas. So the 42-degree divide is a really popular area. So anytime you see this 42 degree, that's where a lot of people actually want to live or buy land in and hold for long term. It's like a hedging their bet just in case global warming comes into effect and whatever. So it is a good thing for preppers, a lot of preppers and stuff like that that are worried about that are buying a lot of land in these types of areas. So anything near the 42-degree divide is pretty popular for people to buy land in. Just a little tip. Who's in the extension? Yeah, I've never seen that. That's the first time that's happened to me. Kyle, get on that. I'm in love with you. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna go nearby homes for sale, and I'm just looking for land again in this area. I just want to see last year 20 acres plus. Okay, zoom out a little bit. All right, we got a. Well, that's not one. All right, so we got a bit here. So we got 82 acres. We got 91, 25, sold for 32. We got a 40 acre for 88, and we are priced at 72. Okay, so that's pretty dang close. I'll take that. Some memory lane. Let's see how fast this sold. So listed active, price change is wrong. This one took a while to sell, looked like. And it was a public record sale. All right, cool. Let's check some of these larger parcels now. Seems like a lot of larger parcels are trading. Never attacks. My eyes. Closer, your head on my shoulder. All right, so 80. Yep, that's address. Go back here. Type this baby in. Pop it in. Nearby homes. Sold land last year. Forget and we never be over. Okay. 45K, so that's sold for 1,000 an acre. That's sold for 126. It's like 1,200 an acre. And we are priced at a smooth 160 for 100 acres. All right, so I think I'm confirming. I'm going to probably mail this at 45%. This way I have a spread in here. So even if that's actually only 75, it's actually 150 market price, then that's still okay. Like I'm still doing good. So I'm going to mail this as is. This is good. So we'll go here. I'm going to go. Actually, this is what I'm going to do. So I just tag my shell. Hey, let's get this one for mail. Done. Okay, cool. And that's that. So now she's ready to be mailed. So we're good to go on this. That's pretty much it. So that's if we're doing like a quick genie market. If we wanted to just find something with a low genie and just boom, slam it out there really quick. In a matter of an hour, basically 45 minutes, we got 1,200 records out the door. So pretty dang good, if you ask me. You could do this repeatedly. You could sit here and prep up all your mail in a day and send out 10,000 pieces of mail in a single day with land insights and just pulling data and having them scrub it. It's insane. So cool, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Next week, we have another guy coming on, Jesse C. from Denver. He's coming in to hang out. I've reminded him, so we should be good to go. If you're in LIA tomorrow, we had a schedule change for my sales call. It's going to be at 2:30 EST, so I'll see you guys 2:30 EST tomorrow. Everyone who's inside LIA. All right. Appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Later.